What's up, everybody? This is your boy Thirsty Jack, and this is a special edition of Thirsty for Wrestling. The original idea is something about doing a NXT Takeover review and my thoughts, and Wrestlemania 32 review and the thoughts. But to be honest, what I saw from last night from two shows and how I feel about The Walking Dead and the whole Negan thing, this shit right here make perfect sense. I'm gonna put all two things together and wrap it up in one because excuse me, because how I feel right now, I better go Negan on somebody's ass, bro, because I'm about to give me some baseball bat, wrap up in barbed wire and bust somebody's head, because I see what people talk about. Oh, they don't want people lose their mind, complain, and look, that's your opinion, but as a hardcore wrestling fan, okay, before I start, the gameplay show right now is Call of Duty Black Ops 3 and 2 UFC videos. But anyway, coming from a hardcore wrestling fan, when you see a big build up, you expect a good ass ending. And back in the day, when you see an ending, it makes sense. Like 9 out of 10, it make complete sense. Even a smart wrestler fan should see that shit coming, but you knew the match would be good. Like back in the Attitude Era, back in the New Generation Era. Nowadays, I don't know what the hell they were doing, because like, I'm not blaming wrestlers. I'm not blaming announcers. I'm blaming the people who run the ship. Mostly the WWE people. I'm blaming the creative writers, bookings, and Vince McMahon. I'm blaming them folks. And Triple H too, who run NXT. Now, the NXT Takeover, I watched the show. It was a good show from the beginning up to the semi-final until the final match. I wish I would talk about it in a few more seconds. Okay, the American Alpha against the Revival, great tag team match. I think them two guys are great. Chad and Gable. I think them two guys are great. Jordan and Gable. Them two guys are great. Great tag team. They remind me of Charlie Haas and Shelton Benjamin, World Greatest Tag Team. That's what they remind me of. And I think they do an awesome job in NXT. And I'm glad they deserve to become the tag team champion. The match was awesome. And the other match was awesome. Was Austin Aries and Baron Corbin. And which I thought Austin Aries was going to hit him with the Brain Buster, but they gave him a cheap way out, give him a roller pin. It was good. It was a good match, good back and forth battle. And then the Sasuke Nakamura versus Sami Zayn. To be honest, the one thing I had a little bit criticism is they changed the name of the move. They said that it was a Ken Shotu. It's something like that. But in New Japan Pro Wrestling, or anybody else who's a big fan of King of Strong Style, if myself, is the Bumaye. If you don't know what Bumaye stands for, it means motherfucker, kill them all, or kill them all. One of them two. But you hit with the Bumaye from the front and from the back, just like it did in New Japan Pro Wrestling. But I loved it. The match was awesome. It was. If you could take these two guys and put them in New Japan Pro Wrestling, it'd be the exact same thing what we see from NXT. The match was awesome. Sasuke Nakamura and Sami Zayn, that would be the best match of the whole night, to be honest. It was awesome. It was great. Not one single thing have changed. Sasuke Nakamura got his nose busted, but I will talk about the blood thing later. But it was awesome. Him with the Bumaye, Sami Zayn, he gave a little strike kick, same thing what Sasuke Nakamura did to him earlier. And all around, it was awesome. It was epic. I can't complain about it. It was a great match. The fans know who he was, because NXT surrounded by intelligent, smart wrestling fans. They know about their wrestlers. They know who they are. They know what company or brand they come from. They give them big mad salute. Those are the hardcore fans. Another match, Asana versus Bayley. Now, that was a great match. I knew that Asana would win the match, but the way they did it, it reminded me of Holly Holmes versus Misha Tate. And people don't know who Holly Holm is. She was a former bantamweight champion. She fought Misha Tate and she lost her. Now, the way how Bayley lose, and matter of fact, before I get to that one, the match was good, and I wish it would be a little bit back and forth, a little fight into it, because Bayley, she have not hit the belly to belly suplex. and I expect more from the match, but I felt a little bit rushed, just a tad bit. But when Oksana hit her with the Oksana lock, Bayley didn't tap out; she was choked out, and that gave her more props and gave her a Holly Holmes treatment, and which that means the power watch UFC. Maybe or maybe not, but my best bet they watched UFC and gave Bayley Holly Holmes treatment. And my main concern about Bayley is what happened next after, because there was no such thing as a two-time champions of any division, not even a NXT championship, tag team, nor the women. So likely she'll go to a main roster, which the next video we'll talk about life after the big event or move to the main roster. The next one, hope they don't leave any match out. The next one, Finn Balor versus Samoa Joe. Okay, this match has so much potential and so much mad rumors about Balor Club going to main roster and such. And the first thing that comes to mind is, okay, he could put a good match, but he gonna lose, and the demon character he gonna take an L for the first time, and Samoa Joe is going to become the champion because he worked so hard to defeat Sami Zayn in a 2 out of 3 fall match, chasing for the title after the NXT London. He is gunning for the title. He wants the championship. But the one thing is screw is not even where I can think of. Fucks everything up when Samoa Joe is busted open. Now, most of the time when you see a match, you don't expect no blood. You expect a good hard fought match. And it be a busted open, just like the fans said, let him fight. But this is why the fans chant fuck PG. And this is why I discussed on the Facebook page, different community, I won't mention no name. I ain't even talk about that, and people say, well, I agree with the WWE. When you mess with blood, blood never mess with, it doesn't play around with it. And I reply back and say, you look at Ring of Honor, you look at TNA, you look at Lucha Underground, you look at, sometimes you even look at New Japan Pro Wrestling, and you look at Combat Zone Wrestling. Even they have bloodshed, even somebody busted open, they still compete. They still wrestle. The match still gotta go on without breaking the flow or messing the momentum. Because after the match is over, okay, if the match is over, you bring the dots in to clean them up or do it behind the scenes. If you do it in the middle of the match, it will stop the momentum, and that's what we saw in Finn Balor and Samoa Joe. Now, it was like a busted, lip or a nose, then whatever, they should let that shit go. If it busted open, let them fight. Okay, let me take it back. What I said. If it's like a twisted ankle, or you injure your leg or injure your arm, and you try to compete, but the referee has stopped the match because you're too injured, like the legit injury, and that's the throw up an X sign, I understand it completely. That's when I understand. But we're talking about blood. We're talking about somebody getting busted open. And the referee comes in and stop the match at least like 8 or 9 times. I'm not trying to be dramatic or anything else. I'm trying to think like at least 8 or probably like 6 or 8 times. And it just screwed up the whole momentum. It felt shortchanged. And plus, the way the match felt, it fell short because the referee had to come in, stop, clean up the blood, come back, stop, clean up the blood. It got so irritated. The fans start cussing their ass out. And the crazy part is you got Stephanie McMahon in the ring. In the stand. I know she heard that shit. Or they start chanting, fuck PG. Those are not the WWE universe. Those are hardcore wrestling fans. Ask myself, because I feel frustrated. If they want, even Samoa Joe, he pushed the people out the way, pushed the step out the way, because he want to fight. He want the match to continue because he don't want momentum to stop. And sure enough, the momentum felt pretty much halfway dead. After the whole shit was over, Samoa Joe lose to Finn Balor in some Bret Hart, Roddy Piper style rope to pin, and Finn Balor wins. And even the fans didn't expect that. The fans be like, what the hell moment? Even myself was like, I felt empty watching that match. Like, NXT have so much potential, but they have like so much time. NXT have so much potential, but they dropped the ball. Like, this is like the second time in a row we seen that shit. First with Enzo and Cass, now with this shit with the NXT Championship. So I don't know what their plan's gonna be, and I hope they fix this shit. Cause back in the day, NXT was popping, but now NXT is doing the same mistake like they did with main roster. And speak of main roster, I should say WrestleMania. WrestleMania, if I would give it a grade, they deserve a D plus, D fucking plus, because the pre-show was good. The Uso defeated the Dudley Boys, which I predicted, but the fans, they didn't like that shit at all. They want the Dudley Boys win. They want to put through the table. And we're still gonna have a little rematch. I'll put my money on it. It'd be a rematch, Extreme Rules for the table match. And then you get Kalisto versus Ryback. Kalisto won, retained the U.S. title. You know, both great match. And then the Total Divas against the Team Bad. I was pulling for Team Bad to win, but Total Divas won, and have Nikki Bella comes out with a neck brace, have a hurt moment. So it was kind of pretty good, but I expect Team Bad to win at least once. And so here comes the big show. We seen the ladder match, and it was a good ladder match. I thought Sami Zayn gonna win the Intercontinental Championship, but turn to find out that Zack Ryder wins, and that threw me off. And it was in a good way. And I think like, damn, this is gonna be a good ass WrestleMania. Zack Ryder win. Okay, that was a big ass mistake. If I compare this to WrestleMania to any game, I know I'm gonna catch a lot of heat, but I don't care. WrestleMania is the Call of Duty Ghost. Let me rephrase that. This is the WrestleMania version of Call of Duty Ghost. It looked good for a moment. When you go to a bigger ones, it starts to suck. That's like compared to WrestleMania is our own version of Call of Duty Ghost, because after the Zack Ryder win the Intercontinental Championship, along the way it went downhill. Had a little rise, but went back down the hill. After that match, AJ Styles versus Chris Jericho. And in the common sense, in the right way, AJ Styles has his first WrestleMania match. Good match between AJ Styles versus Chris Jericho. I thought the match was kind of waste, because AJ Styles deserved to be better, but AJ Styles deserved better, and I thought he will win, and I thought AJ Styles will walk away as a winner. Nope, what the fuck they did? They gave AJ Styles a cold breaker. I mean, Chris Jericho gave AJ Styles a cold breaker and pinned him, but meanwhile, AJ Styles gave Chris Jericho a style clash, and he still kicked out. I'm like, what the fuck is that? What? Like, I'm trying to wrap my mind around that shit, but I'm sorry to talk fast because I'm so pissed off by this whole WrestleMania shit. Some have good moments, but that's how I feel. I'm so passionate about being a wrestling fan. But once AJ Styles lose the match, I was like, you know what? Fuck this shit. This shit's bullshit. And people said, why you keep playing? I thought the match was okay. I thought the WrestleMania is okay. Those are the motherfucking WWE Universe fans. A real hardcore fans see common sense and see, no, Jericho don't deserve to win. It should be AJ Styles. This is his first WrestleMania. So when you look back at all this shit, all the build-up is a big time of waste. AJ Styles got disrespected, not by the wrestlers, but by the goddamn Vince McMahon and the creative. So that's the main reason why I don't want any great talent to go with WWE, because you might get paid all those shit, but damn it, you get disrespected by Vince McMahon and the writers. They give you an undercut, and that's real. I don't need to see it. That's the fucking proof of it. But people so fucking blind to see that shit. And then after that match, the no holds bar street fight. To be honest, that had to be the driest street fight I've ever seen. Ring of Honor, Lucha Underground, and TNA put up a better street fight than WWE. Without blood, they put up a much better street fight than WWE. And then Dean Ambrose didn't even bring the wagon. So whoever write that shit deserve to get their ass beat like Negan style. Because Raw Dean Ambrose full of weapons and put it on from Raw. And now that we see baseball bat, ball wire, chainsaw. Now I know they ain't gonna use a chainsaw, but at least use the ball wire for goodness sake. Because don't forget, y'all going up against The Walking Dead. Now I thought they're gonna do that shit. Negan with the ball wire baseball bat, Dean Ambrose with the ball wire baseball bat. They didn't even use that shit. They used everything else but the ball wire baseball bat. And Brock Lesnar's supposed to be the dangerous man, but he can't take the fucking ball wire baseball bat to the fucking face. We seen Brock Lesnar bleed before, but shit. And then all that shit, we seen Dean Ambrose hit Brock Lesnar with the Dirty Dozen or the Dirty D's. Brock Lesnar kicked out. Brock Lesnar hit Dean Ambrose a F5 into power chairs. That was it. So all that hype, all that shit is nothing. So Dean Ambrose pretty much had like what, a 3-month losing streak now. He lost in Fastlane, he lost in Roadblock, now he loses WrestleMania. So what the fuck Dean Ambrose is doing right now? But like I said, I'm not blaming the wrestlers. I'm blaming the fucking writers and the bookers and damn Vince McMahon. Because right now, that's not looking good on Dean Ambrose as a character. And Brock Lesnar had that, whatever. But I thought Bray Wyatt should come and interfere and give Dean Ambrose a win. But WWE, their kryptonite is common sense. So that's their biggest kryptonite. Because wherever you think it'll be a perfect idea, that shit just fly over their head. And another one. League of Nations versus New Day. I like New Day come out as a Dragon Ball Z character, and I thought New Day should have won because they fresh off of a hot face run. But no, they gotta give the win to League of Nations, and I don't know why. But even that shit, that don't make sense. So after that shit, and then the way better talking about, oh no, there's no other 3 guys come out to defeat us. So Shawn Michaels, Stone Cold, and Mick Foley comes in. It was a great moment. Seeing Shawn Michaels in the gear, Steve Austin comes out, Mick Foley comes out, beat up the League of Nations. It was a good moment. I give him that one. And then you see Shawn Michaels twerk a little bit, Mick Foley dancing, then Steve Austin gave Xavier Woods a stunner. Thank God he didn't twerk. So that was a good moment. But it was a good match. But I expect New Day win. Another one. It was a triple threat WWE Women's Championship. I like the Women's Championship. It looked good. I'm so glad they throw away the Divas title because that Divas title looked trash. And the Divas title, let's put this back. If they bring back Raw SmackDown, you get Women's title and the Divas title, then I will have a different tune about that shit. But I'm glad they throw away the Divas title because it looked tarnished. But since they bring back the Women's title, it looked great. Now, I thought that Becky Lynch should win. If Sasha Banks would win, I would be fine with it. Because to me, she is kind of like the female version of Okada. That's my opinion. But what the fuck they were thinking about giving the title to Charlotte? If anybody think, oh yeah, Charlotte, it'd be good, build her up. Motherfucker, she was already built. She's already built. She don't need no damn title. That title should belong to Sasha Banks. If she would have won, great moment. Now we'll be focused on Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch, two of the best divas, two of the best women wrestlers, and keep the feud going. And my fantasy match, Becky Lynch, Sasha Banks, submission. Period. That's all I love to see too. But no, WWE's too fucking stupid. They give the belt to Charlotte, and I hope it'll be a big payoff unless Bayley comes from NXT and defeats Charlotte and she becomes the new women's champion. So that will be a epic moment unless they build the Fatal 4-Way match for the women's title. The 4 horsewomen fight for the title. And then we move to the Andre Giant Battle Royale. They bring in Shaq, DDP to knock out all them guys. It was kind of pretty random to see Shaq in it. And then we see Mark Henry. He got eliminated. And which it was kind of fucked up. I thought Mark Henry should have won as his hometown. But we got Baron Corbin winning. So we got an NXT guys comes in and win the match. It's kind of ironic that last year Hideo Itami, he couldn't win that shit. But they did to give the Big Show. Okay. But meanwhile this year they give it to Baron Corbin and not give it to Mark Henry. So it's it's flip flopping, but that's WWE. And then they have the Cell match. I don't know where we're going, but it was, to be honest, that was one of the best Hell in a Cell match I've seen. And finally, someone did something. Someone finally climbed the top of the Hell in a Cell and jumps off. Big up for Shane McMahon to do that shit. That's one of an epic moment. Even though he missed, but it was an epic moment. And that was like some straight from the game, but it was a great moment. And now we know that Undertaker won the match. That means we'll see a shitty ass Raw. And before this, after this record this, we don't know what's gonna happen on Raw, but but it's Raw after Mania, so I ain't gonna forget about that shit. People might forget, but I won't. But they gonna find a way, make a thing right. But it was a great match. Undertaker gonna lose. I don't know. I thought Shane McMahon gonna win, make Raw better, but I don't know how. It was a lose situation, but as an outcome, it was epic. Even then, when showed on Sports Center this morning, and then after that, we got The Rock comes out. After I saw The Walking Dead, I really don't give a fuck about WrestleMania afterwards. After I saw Sherman and The Walking Dead, I give two shit about it now. But when The Rock comes out, give out a record breaking attendance number, 101,000 people comes in, and then we got the Wyatt family comes out, and I'm thinking like, okay, why the Wyatt family comes out, even though they should come during the Brock Lesnar match? It makes perfect sense because they are supposed to feud each other till SummerSlam or whatever. But no, Bray Wyatt comes out and threatens The Rock, and the first thing that comes to my mind is, okay, The Rock is going to destroy the Wyatt family, and now that the Wyatt family look devalued right now in this moment. So after that, Rock Takeover is closed, guys the wrestling gear, and defeat Eric Rowan in 6 seconds. Though that's strike one. Strike two, The Rock beating the shit out of the Wyatt family. Then next John Cena come back, and John Cena is not gonna miss no WrestleMania. He never missed WrestleMania. So Cena comes out, Rock and Cena devalue the fuck out of the Wyatt family. And now the Wyatt family ain't shit no more. So how the hell you could be the guy to face the Brock Lesnar, but even though you get your ass beat by John Cena and Rock? So now it's devalued. So I don't know what to say about that shit. Great moment, but the Wyatt family, they ain't shit no more. So yeah, I see it. So anyway, the last but not least, the main event match. It was a great main event match. Roman Reigns versus Triple H for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. The entrance was great from Triple H's side, but Roman Reigns came out and said more stuff. And the fans still booing Roman Reigns, so they're still booing until Roman Reigns speared Triple H into through the barricade, and after a couple minutes later, Roman Reigns speared Stephanie McMahon, and I was happy as hell when I saw that shit. I'm like, finally, all them time when Stephanie McMahon slapping the shit out of Roman Reigns, I thought he'd give her a Superman punch or a spear, do something, but he finally did. But it was like an accident. But I don't care, as long as you do it, I'm happy. And after that, Roman Reigns become the champion after defeat Triple H with the Superman punch, and then connected with the spear. It looked kind of pretty dry, but good and dry. That's what I can think of. But after that, Roman Reigns was the champion. I expect some interference like Seth Rollins or somebody else, but straight clean spear, pinfall, new champion. Now he's a two-time champion. And I thought about WrestleMania, like I said, it was a D, and same thing with NXT Takeover. It has so much potential, but they dropped the ball at the end with that match, the main event match. So, as an overall, so much potential, but they dropped way too many balls. It's like the whole main event is like the Golden State Warriors. You got opportunity to beat the team, but until the team defeat them. So that's how I feel like it. And now I look up a Facebook post, and the other people say like the show was great, it was awesome. I don't know why people complain. I'm like, damn, we complain. Well, not complain. Okay, we don't complain. We just point things out that is some bullshit, and just let 2 Chainz say it's some bullshit. And so much hype. It felt so dry. It felt they dropped the ball big time. And just like my brother said, they try to break record, make numbers, but they make the show a little bit worse. And I couldn't compare this WrestleMania this damn dry. I can't say shitty because it was at good moments, but if I compare this WrestleMania, I can compare this WrestleMania to WrestleMania 27. That's how much I can compare it to WrestleMania 27. So much potential, but it was dry. It was, and I don't know what to say about it. It looked dry. Pretty much, Raw could be much better than WrestleMania, most likely. And as a wrestling fan, I expect more from it. And next year WrestleMania, I don't know, it'll be good or better or whatever. But the only thing I say is, for this Mania, it was dry. And that's my thought about it. And I know people say, "Oh, WrestleMania was awesome. It was great," I'm like, yeah, that's because you love WWE. I love pro wrestling. And right now, I can say this now. Wrestle Kingdom 10 is better than WrestleMania 32. Yes, they got some great moments in WrestleMania, but Wrestle Kingdom 10, they can't fuck with it. They had a lot of great, like, they had so much great moments in Wrestle Kingdom 10. WrestleMania 32 got some moments, and that's how I feel right now. I know people say, "Oh, you can't say that," but that's my opinion. I can say right now that Wrestle Kingdom 10 is much better than WrestleMania 32, and that's how I feel about it. And NXT Takeover, I'll say this: Ring of Honor is much better than NXT right now. I can say that too. But great weekend, so much potential, but I feel that they dropped the ball. And there's my video. I hope you liked the video. Leave a like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Give me your thoughts about WrestleMania and NXT Takeover. Give me your opinion about it. I'd love to hear it. And until then, I see you guys next time on next video.
Mike Tyson is the new UFC heavyweight champion.